Kassandra, it's so nice to finally meet you. Thanks for giving me your time today.
Yes, you as well. Thank you. Come have a seat.
Awesome, thanks. So I've actually brought a copy of the sales plan that I drafted up for you. It's super long, so we won't have to go through it today, but it's just got a bit more in-depth information of what we're going to cover today in terms of like the marketing plan and all of that stuff for you.
Sweet. Okay.
So that's for
Thank you very much. Yes.
Awesome. So just to jump right into it, do you currently have any cruelty-free product lines at all in your store?
I do have a couple makeup lines. I have Too Faced and Kat Von D right now. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any skincare lines that are cruelty-free?
I actually don't have any skincare at all. I've just been focused more on makeup. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that having a cruelty-free skincare line would help to kind of expand your clientele base?
I think skincare is a very important part of makeup and getting ready in the morning and at night. So I think that's a very interesting way to go. So yeah, I definitely am interested.
Well, I actually have brought some testers of the different cleansers that Lush sells.
Okay.
So if you want, I could go through a little explanation of them, and then we could pick one to demo so you could see how they work.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
So the cleansers that I brought with me today are Angels on Bare Skin, Herbalism, Aquamarina, Let the Good Times Roll, and Dark Angels. So that's 5 options that you'd actually be able to give to your customers.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of walk you through what each one does. So Angels on Bare Skin has ground almond, cocoa butter, and lavender in it.
Okay.
So this one's really nice for toning and balancing the skin, but also giving it some hydration and a nice gentle scrub.
Okay.
Then Herbalism is sort of like the oil-reducing version of Angels on Bare Skin.
Okay.
So this one's got different herbs in it, like nettle, there's rosemary, and then there's also rice wine vinegar.
Okay.
So it's super astringent, but there's still the ground almond that's going to give that gentle exfoliant. Then we've got Aquamarina. This one has calamine in it. There's also some seaweed. There's kaolin clay. So this one's really nice for softening the skin, really good for a sensitive skin type or a drier skin type.
Okay.
Then we've got Let the Good Times Roll. This one's super nice and moisturizing, but also has kind of a sandy sort of scrub to it because there's polenta, there's corn maze flour, and actually popcorn in it.
Okay.
So it's super hydrating. But it still gives that nice, like, gentle scrub to it as well.
Right.
Then we've got Dark Angels. This one is sort of like the heavy-duty version of Herbalism. This one's clearly made with charcoal,
Yes.
which is super good for reducing oils from the skin. There's also black sugar in it, too, to give kind of like a harsher scrub.
Okay.
But it's good for an oilier skin type that really needs a little bit more of an exfoliant.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
So which one would you be interested in trying out today during the demo?
I really like this Let the Good Times Roll.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We can show you that one then.
Sweet. Thanks.
So I'm going to take your hand.
Okay.
We're just going to put a little bit of water on it to get it wet like you would when you're washing your face.
Of course. Yeah.
With the cleanser rolls, what you're going to do is you'll take just a pea-sized amount.
Okay.
You're actually going to mix it with a little bit of water. It's going to start to turn it into a paste.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it goes the same way with each of them. And you can add as much water as you want to kind of dilute it, or you can add less so it's a bit thicker.
Okay.
But I think we've got a pretty good blend here.
Yeah.
So then your customer would just take it and rub it onto their skin like they would with any sort of face wash.
Okay.
And the nice thing about these cleansers is that they feature a lot of different ingredients. So you're actually able to provide your customers with some options. It's not just one type of skincare. There's good things for dry skin, oily skin.
Exactly.
Which will then kind of just benefit you because you'll be able to sell to more people and probably boost your sales that way too by touching on a lot of different skin types.
Yeah, exactly. Different people have different types. So.
This one's really nice for hydrating.
It smells so good.
It really does. Yeah, it makes me hungry when I use it. It smells so good. So we're going to dry you off. Okay, and then I'm going to get you to give it a smell, give it a feel, and let me know what you think.
Oh, that's very nice.
Especially when you compare it to the other hand
Yeah,
that doesn't wash.
like it does have the, for sure. I really like that, yeah.
Awesome, sweet. So, could you see your customers taking an interest in the cleanser rolls?
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's an interesting product, and it's nice that you have different samples and different products for each individual type of skin, so that's very helpful. I have a lot of things on the go, and I don't really have a lot of time to physically sit down and create a setup and create something visual for it, so that's where I'm a little worried.
For sure, yeah. Would it be helpful if Lush could offer you a kind of like setup display unit?
Yeah, no, that would definitely help. It takes that worry out of the way. So
absolutely, yeah. Because part of the reseller package is that we're going to give you a setup to do like a demo station for the products to be like properly laid out.
Okay.
And we set it all up for you.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So it's just part of like the first payment of being a reseller.
Okay, yeah, no, that would really help. I'm also just a little concerned with my customers. We're very close, and I try to create a welcoming environment and bringing a new product in. I'm always a little hesitant as to how they're going to react to it and how they're gonna see the product. So
For sure.
yeah.
Well, that's again why we have the demos and the samples. I understand that skincare is super like tailored to each person,
right.
so we want to make sure that people can know that they're going to love it before they buy it.
Yes.
And that's why we'd like to offer the demos. And if they're not comfortable with the demo or the demo just isn't enough, then that's why we give that sample so they can try it on their skin for a couple days, make sure that it works for them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think that's a good aspect of the selling. So yeah. I like it.
So as part of making your first purchase of the reseller startup package, we're actually going to give you the setup like we were talking about.
Right.
This is going to come with 3 different level tables. So there'll be 2 taller ones where the product is going to be set up on. We'll give you sundries for that as well to kind of like set them up in a nice visual way.
Yeah.
It's kind of appealing for the customers.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we'll also give you a shorter table where we're going to have 2 chairs beside it. There's going to be a basin for water. And we're going to have some cloths. So then we can do the whole demo thing that we just did.
Right.
Then we're also going to give you a couple of images that Lush has already taken because I know that you're super savvy with social media.
Yeah.
So it's just to help you to save some time. We're going to give you some of our branded photos so that you can write out your posts how you like to, but then the picture's already taken. You don't need to worry about taking all this extra time.
That's perfect. Yes, that'll save time for sure.
Absolutely. So does that sound useful to you?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It'll save a lot of time. So yeah, perfect. I like it. Okay, so everything sounds awesome so far. I just wanted to talk about the price.
Yeah, for sure. So for each of the 100-gram pots, it's going to be about $15.
Okay.
But for you as a reseller, you actually are going to get a 30% discount, which will then give you a 30% markup.
Right.
In return.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just a little concerned also with the customer value. I'm really
For
close
sure.
with my customers. I just want to make sure I'm giving them everything I can.
Oh, for sure. Lush actually has this awesome program that we do with all of our stores, all of our resellers. We have a really big focus on recycling and being eco-friendly.
Right.
So if a customer were to bring back their pot and ask you to refill it for them, that will actually get them a 10% discount on that purchase.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so it kind of covers like a bit of the tax and takes a little bit off of them, and it's just a nice kind of incentive for recycling.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Now that we've talked about price, just wondering how it's going to actually come here.
Yeah, for sure. So Lush has a shipping deal with a different company, so it will be able to be sent to you every 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I understand that different stores do need different quantities, so you can actually defer orders so that you're not wasting anything as well.
Okay. So if I don't end up using all the product, or if I use one more than the other, I'm able to.
Oh yeah, totally. You could order 3 out of the 5 cleansers, 1 out of the 5 cleansers. You can put a hold off on one of the specific ones.
Okay.
It's super up to you because each store is different.
Yes, in different seasons, different people. So yeah, no, that's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. So I'm just a little concerned with my customers thinking that the pots are too expensive.
For sure. It's with buying new skincare, people can get a little bit worried about the price because they want to make sure that things work for them. So that's why we talk about samples and demos. But another thing that you can also cover is that the products are $15 and they last for 3 months. So it's essentially $5 a month. And if people can afford to do other things in the month, they can afford $5 to take care of their skin. And I find that that makes a good talking point too.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Awesome. So in knowing kind of like more about the product, what you can do to sell it, how we're going to set it all up, could you see yourself having a reseller relationship with Lush?
I can, yeah. I think it's a good company.
So did you want to begin a reselling relationship with Lush Cosmetics?
I really like the company, and I think it's an awesome idea. I just need a few days to mull it over and just really think about it.
For sure. Would it be helpful at all if I could get 2 of my training staff to come in with me later on this week, and we could train you and your staff on the cleansers, how to demo it, get you a bit more comfortable with it?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Then I can really learn, and they can feel the cleansers for themselves.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll leave the testers here so that you can show the rest of your staff.
Perfect.
And I'll call you Thursday morning to make sure that we're good for Friday.
Awesome. Thank
Sweet.
you.
Thanks again for your time.
Yes, you as well. Thanks.
Awesome.